Welcome, dear children. Geography, Standard 7th, Lesson number 8, How Seasons Occur, Part 2, Part 2nd. Equinox Days. As the earth revolves around the sun, the equator receives perpendicular rays on 2 days in a year. This condition occurs on 21st March and 23rd September. On these days, both the poles are at the same distance from the sun. This is called equinox. The illuminated or lighted and dark portions of all the parallels, including the equator, are shown in the figure. In the figure, the circle of illumination divides all the parallels from the North Pole to the South Pole equally. Everywhere on earth, night time and daytime are of equal duration. This condition is called equinox. On equinox, the sun's rays are perpendicular on the equator. In the northern hemisphere, spring prevails from 21st March to 21st June, while autumn prevails from 23rd September to 22nd December. The southern hemisphere has the opposite seasons during these periods. In the northern hemisphere, 21st March is called spring or vernal equinox, whereas 23rd September is called autumnal equinox. The equinox or solstice dates can vary by a day or so. The position of the earth with its tilted axis on 21st June and 22nd December. See, this picture will show you the position of the earth with its tilted axis. When any one of the poles inclines the most towards the sun, 23° 30" parallel of that hemisphere receives perpendicular sun rays. The sun rays are perpendicular at the equator on 22nd March and 23rd September, which are the days of equinox. After 22nd March, other parallels between the equator and the Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere start receiving perpendicular rays sequentially. Only on 21st June and 22nd December, the sun rays become perpendicular on the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn respectively. These 2 days are called solstice days. Sun rays are never perpendicular on any of the parallels between Tropic of Cancer and the North Pole or between Tropic of Capricorn and the South Pole. 21st June is the longest day and it marks the shortest night in the northern hemisphere. Similarly, 22nd December marks the longest day and the shortest night in the southern hemisphere. 22nd December is the shortest day in the northern hemisphere. Seasons. Seasons have been decided on the basis of the duration of sunlight, equinoxes, and solstices. The equatorial region does not experience any change of season. Hence, the climate in that region does not change at all in the year. In places beyond the equatorial region is either hemisphere, summers or winters are experienced one after the other within a year. The occurrence of seasons one after the other in a year leads to the cycle of seasons. Generally, there are two seasons, summer and winter, on the earth. However, in some places, seasons are taken to be four in all. The cycle of season and the living world. If the Earth's axis were not tilted, the same climatic conditions would have prevailed throughout the year. The seasons would not have occurred. One and the same type of climatic conditions would have prevailed on each of the different parallels. It is the tilt of the axis that leads to occurrence of seasons, change and diversity on the earth. The living world on the earth is affected by the cycle of seasons. For example, in the region between 66 degree 30 inch and 90 degree in both the hemispheres, even the mild sunlight available for a part of the year gives rise to certain flora and fauna. Our adaptation to climatic conditions is possible only up to a certain limit. That is why organisms prefer a certain habitat. During extreme cold climatic conditions, when the food supply becomes scarce, a number of birds and animals migrate temporarily, means they change their houses. Trees bear fruit in a particular season. Therefore, agricultural seasons also depend onto the local climatic conditions. These are the three main seasons in India: summer, winter, and monsoon. Thank you.